guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about Kanchanaburi. I feel like this place doesn't really have a lot of sources that lead to it to tell you how great this place is. We found some when we were planning the trip, but we easily could have stayed longer here, and the whole time we were there we kept saying like, oh my god, I wish we would have stayed here longer. I'm going to talk to you guys today about what you can do and how long you can stay. We stayed there for 3 days, and we definitely could have stayed longer, but we just didn't. Like I said, we didn't realize there's a bunch of food, hiking, camping, waterfalls, hot springs, caves. You can go for a bunch of motorbike trips just by yourself or with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You just drive around the town. There's beautiful mountains. There's so much to do, temples, everything. It's just a really, really cool environment. We absolutely loved it, and it was not anywhere near the top of our list. We kind of just added it because we didn't want to go from Bangkok all the way down south to Krabi. I feel like we were going to miss so much. So we were like, oh, let's add this in. And I'm happy we did because I absolutely loved it. I think I liked it more than Phuket, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to go over a short little itinerary. I'm not going to get super specific. I will leave links in the description for different hotels or places that I think you guys should go. And there was an amazing restaurant, but I looked on Google. I couldn't find the name of it. But there was a guy at the restaurant, and he pretty much gave us our entire itinerary for what I'm telling you guys. He was the owner of the restaurant. I know he used to own the Meat and Cheese, which is a restaurant I can find. But anyway, super cool guy. Talked to us for about half an hour. Me and my girlfriend laid everything out for us. And yeah, a lot of the stuff we didn't even hear about. So I'm happy that he told us. So anyway, let's dive in. So first, you're obviously going to probably come from Bangkok, most likely. Usually people fly in from Bangkok and leave from Phuket. It's about a 3-hour bus ride from Bangkok. It's really not that bad. And then the hotel that we stayed at was the check-in resort in Kanchanaburi. It almost looked like a parking garage type ordeal, or like a storage container type ordeal, but it was actually a really nice room, really nice shower, huge bed, and then just a fridge. And they gave you free water every day. So really nice place, and it was right off. There's like a main strip in Kanchanaburi, and it was right off the main strip. There was hotels, our hotel was right next to like a scooter rental place. There was a bunch of restaurants and bars, so we walked pretty much every time we wanted to get food. And there's also a laundromat. So you're probably gonna get to Kanchanaburi around noonish, depending on when you leave. So you're not gonna have a bunch of time. But if you want to check out the temples, I highly recommend going to Wat Ban Tham. Probably pronounced that wrong. I will include, like I said, the name and the link in the description for how you can get there and what it is. And it's basically a temple that's on top of a small-ish mountain. But the hike up there is really cool. You're going to go through the inside of a dragon. I don't know if I have video footage. You're going to go through the inside of a dragon as you hike up there. And then you're going to go through a cave, a bunch of steps. It's really a nice hike. It's not really a hike. It's all stairs the whole way up. So definitely bring a water bottle or something with you, because it's not necessarily an easy hike, but it's very fun. And the view up top is rewarding. You can see the entire river, the entire town of Kanchanaburi, because you're on the other side of the river, so you can see the whole town. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I flew my drone up there, and it was just a nice hike. And then next, you're probably going to be around sunrise at this time, is Wat Tham Sua. Again, I know I'm pronouncing this wrong. This is the main temple that Kanchanaburi is known for. Absolutely huge. We went there for sunset, and there was no one there. I think there was one person there, one local there, and that was it, and a security guard. And we got to walk around the entire place by ourselves. We hung out for probably an hour and a half till the sun went down, just to relax and stuff. And then as the sun was going down, the security guard closed everything up, so we had to leave. But absolutely gorgeous place. I tried going there another day, I think the third day, but it started raining as we were heading there, so I turned around. But absolutely gorgeous. I highly recommend checking out. So then just go to town, get some food, go to the bar, and get ready for the next day. Alright, so for the second day, I highly recommend, for the second and the third day, you're going to be waking up early because you're going to have a long scooter ride. So first things first, the day before, make sure you rent a scooter. I would highly recommend at least getting a 150cc scooter. We were cheap, and we bought, I think it was a 110cc scooter. and it was miserable the first day. We actually swapped when we got back, and paid the extra money for, I think it was 150cc, and it was so much better, so much faster, so much more comfortable. So I highly recommend not getting the cheapest one, because this can be about a 2 to 3 hour scooter ride each way. I think that ended up being like 2.5. So yeah, don't skimp on the scooter. Rule number 1. So the first day you're going to be going to Sai You Noi National Park and a couple other spots. Sai You Noi Waterfall is where all the buses go and take all the main tourists. So if you're gonna go there first. And again, I'll have a map and a description. And you're gonna want to go there first because all the buses are gonna be there. And we got there on the way back, and it was packed. It wasn't really that fun to get. We just looked at it and left because it was just so crowded. So I highly recommend going there in the morning. And there's a bunch of shops. You'll be able to get food and breakfast in the morning. It's about maybe an hour from Kanchanaburi, so it's a great midpoint. And then after that, you drive for a good amount, and you're going to get to Pha Tat Waterfall. It's a super small, I think it was a state park if I'm correct, and it was a beautiful waterfall. It was us and one other couple there, and you can go swimming, you can kind of hike along the waterfall because it's not just like a straight drop. There's a bunch of different tiers to it, which you'll realize a lot of the waterfalls in this part of Thailand are a bunch of different tiers. They're not just straight drops. So it was really cool. We swam for a bit, just climbed around, and then headed out. And then right next to that is the Hin Dat Hot Spring, and I believe it is man-made, but I've never been in a hot spring before, so for me and for Maddie it was really cool. And the water, they cleaned it. There was actually there's different pools, and the pool next to us was being cleaned, so once they were done we could go back in, but just so you know that it is sanitary. And then right after you've done the hot spring, there's a river flowing right next to it, or like a small stream. You can hop in that. Nice cool water, cool down. But yeah, anyway, really recommend going there. We were there maybe like an hour and a half, and I had fun. So there's food and stuff there that you can get. It's definitely like a tourist attraction, but we got in for free. We didn't pay. I think you have to pay. We just walked by the security guard, and they never said anything. And then we kind of realized, like, I think we have to pay for this, but I forget. So, but yeah, super fun day. And then you're just gonna have a long drive back to Kanchanaburi. Again, just go out in the town. So many different restaurants, and you'll just see from driving along, it's all on that main strip right outside the hotel that we stayed at. So easily accessible. You can walk or scooter. If you're going to be drinking, you can walk. So the third day is Erawan National Park, and it's about, I believe an hour and a half from Kanchanaburi, so it's shorter. We saved this for the third day because we knew our second day was going to be super long. We didn't get back till late, but the third day you should be able to get back before it's dark. I think we got back at like 3 or 4, so you're going to still have the afternoon or the night to do what you want to do. You can go back to the temples, you can spend more time in the town, see if there's a flea market, stuff like that. So again, you're going to want to leave at like 7 a.m. because the first place you're going to want to go to is Erawan Waterfall, and there's 7 tiers, so it's a pretty good hike just to get to the top. I believe it's about 1.5 miles just to the top of the tier. And again, this is the biggest tourist attraction in all of Kanchanaburi and all of Erawan National Park. So get there early. The park opens up at 8, so I would try to get there at 8, honestly, because it is going to be so crowded, and you're going to want to get there before everyone else was, because we didn't get there till the afternoon because we went there last. So I'm kind of giving you guys the better route to take, and it was packed. It was still fun. It was just super, super crowded. And I believe the park closes at 4 because, again, the guy from the restaurant I was telling you about in Kanchanaburi town was saying how after 4 tigers came out. Could have been lying to us, I don't know, but he seemed like an honest dude because he talked to us for half an hour about our trip. So, but he was saying that's why they closed the park at 4. So that's why you want to get there early, because just to get to the top it's about an hour and a half hike. And then on the way back, you can go to Phra Tat Cave. Phra Tat Cave. It's a pretty cool cave. It's like $10, I think, and you have about a half-mile hike to the top, and then there's going to be a guide who will take you in the cave. And I've never been in a cave other than when I was younger, so for me this was a really cool experience. And It's huge, absolutely massive. I was really surprised, but there's a bridge going through and stuff like that, and it was really cool. It was cooler than the cave we ended up going in Kosak National Park. This one was absolutely massive, so I highly recommend doing that. It was a quick tour, maybe half an hour at most, but it was definitely worth it. And then afterwards, on your way out of the park, there is a huge dam. I don't know the name of the dam. I'll link it below. But you drive on top of the dam. It's just a nice ride, honestly, on a scooter, and you can see out on the lake and the mountains and everything like that, and you can just enjoy it, and then you can head back. And if you really want to, there is an elephant sanctuary on the way back from Erawan National Park to Kanchanaburi. It's not out of the way. It's on the same highway. We didn't do it because we had a reservation for elephant sanctuary in Phuket that we were told highly of, so we ended up going there and already booked that, so we never went. But I do believe it's humane, so I would recommend going there. I just can't tell you from experience. So other than that, that's pretty much Kanchanaburi. But other things that I would recommend doing on your time there, if you want to extend it, is if you go way up north in Kanchanaburi, past Sai You Noi National Park, which is the same route you're going to take on your first day. And up north, there's a bunch of hiking. There's other national parks. It's a lot less crowded than even the other national parks you're going to be in. And you can stay in different cottages or bring a tent for a day or two. But anyway, so that's really it, guys. So many great restaurants. There's the River Kwai Bridge, which I didn't really mention. It's just kind of a cheesy tourist attraction, but it's cool. It involved in World War II. But anyway, I highly recommend it. If you have any questions about Kanchanaburi, please feel free to comment me or message me on Instagram, whatever. Again, Kanchanaburi surprised us. We were not expecting it to be as fun as it was, and it was probably right up there with like Krabi for me on the places that we went. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, any questions, and if you're from Thailand, sorry for mispronouncing absolutely everything I said. Peace.